Okay. Oh, you found Liz. Have I met you before? No. What's your name? Caitlin. I'm Katie. Nice to meet you. What's up, Erica? How are you? I'm glad you're here. Is that Lindsay? Hi, Lynn. Hey. What's up, girl? Okay. All right, friends. Welcome to class. Thank you for being here. As far as announcements go, I don't have anything very soon. Um, I have a couple breathwork classes coming up. I'm doing one the first week of October at the Dome, if anyone wants to come. So not here, but there's a dome that I sometimes do classes in Midvale. It's in somebody's backyard. It's a cool space. So if you'd like to join, let me know and I'll give you the details. And then I have my regular breathwork offering here the third Saturday of October is the next one. And then also I have my Brian Head retreat in December, first weekend of December. Um, Still got some spots left, a couple in the bunk room, a couple private rooms. So if you're interested, all that info is on my website. And other than that, let's just do the thing. So find a comfortable seat if you're not already there. And even if you are already there, just take a moment and kind of wiggle your body, move around a little, and just feel into how your physical body is doing this morning. And when you are ready, you can just find stillness in a position that feels right for you. So you might rest your hands in your lap. You might bring your hands to your heart. You bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Just see if you can feel into the length of your spine, back of your neck. Either close your eyes or lower and soften your gaze. You could gaze down at the tip of your nose if you'd like. Just take these first few moments to really arrive. So transitioning from life out there, all the things that go on out there, to just right here, right now in this room. So feel yourself in this room. Feel your sit bones on the ground, the air on your skin, sounds in the room. And then even going from external to internal, can you notice inside your own body? So physical sensations, pulsations, also energetics. So energetically, how are you feeling this morning? And emotionally, are there any emotions present for you? If so, where do you feel them? What do they feel like? Just the raw sensation of them in your body. So not trying to explain them or figure them out, but just noticing what you feel. Noticing what's already happening inside of you. So this is the practice of simply noticing, not trying to change or control or fix, just allowing everything that's already here to have space to be noticed, to be acknowledged. Start to also notice your breath if you haven't already. You can visualize it if you're a visual person. You can imagine it any way that makes sense to you, flowing in and out. If you're more of a tactile person, you can feel into it, feel into the expansion of your inhales, the contraction, letting go of your exhales, the rise and the fall. And as you simply sit here with awareness, maybe you notice places that you're tensing up or tightening up that you don't need to be. So perhaps you could soften a little more through your facial muscles or let your shoulders melt down away from your ears just a bit more. And everybody, with your next inhalation, just fill up as big as you can. Imagine you're breathing into every little space inside of your body and then hold in fullness. Take an extra little sip of air at the top. And then open your mouth, big sigh. Ah, very nice. Let's do that 2 more times. So great big inhale, fill up. Feel yourself take up more space. Hold, take that extra sip. And then big sigh to release. Ah, good. One last time, biggest inhale you've taken all morning long. Pause in fullness. This time, perhaps 2 extra sips. And then when you're ready, just big sigh, release, let it go. Ah, job. Now start to drop into your enjoi breath. So in and out through your nose by way of the back of your throat. And starts to create a little bit of noise, a gentle whisper noise, an oceanic sound. The inhale is just like you're taking a really, really deep, slow motion gasp all the way down from your belly. The exhale is like you're fogging up a window, but your lips are sealed over the breath. So essentially, you're fogging up a window inside your body. You're starting to build just a little bit of heat inside your body by breathing in this way. So see if you can stay connected to this breath as you move through your practice today. See if you can let this breath support you and guide you and hold you. If enjoi breath isn't something that's clicked for you yet, that's okay. Just breathe in whatever way you need to, as deeply as you can, as intentionally as you can. But do stay curious about enjoi. There is something there. So if you want to stay right here a little bit longer, just connecting to your breath. Also, if you want to come back here at any time throughout practice, you are more than welcome to. If you are ready to begin moving your body, go ahead and just come forward to your hands and your knees. And once you're there, just start your own exploration with any movement that feels good or interesting or curious. So you could start with cat-cows if you'd like something familiar. You could circle your hips around, but then start to get really curious and maybe move in different ways than you ever have before. So start to feel into shoulders, elbows, shoulder blades on your back body. Notice your hips. Notice even your feet and your toes, your hands and your fingers. So lots of different ways you could feel around from this position. And see if you can let go of how you look, let go of doing it right or wrong, and just feel your own body respond to what your body is telling you. Notice what feels really good this morning, what feels strong, what feels open, what feels tight, what feels stiff, what feels sore. And no judgment, but simply observation, curiosity. So you're not trying to fix anything, you're just getting curious as to what's there. And then in your next few rounds, so take a few more breaths moving in this way, no rush. And eventually downward facing dog is our destination. So you can start your own transition back to down dog whenever you are ready. Nice job, everyone. Once you're back in down dog, keep exploring, keep feeling around. So you could pedal out your heels. You could shift your hips side to side, kind of move your butt around in the air. Sometimes I like to take my feet all the way out to the width of my mat and transfer my weight side to side from there. You give your head a little shake or a little nod. See if you can find more length or just relaxation through your neck. So feeling into your down dog, noticing everything there is to notice about this posture in this moment in your body. Feel your strong hands on the ground. So spread your fingers really wide. Almost imagine you're gripping the ground with the pads of your fingertips. And then feel a connection to your center, your strong core lifting you up. So imagine there's an invisible rope attached to your belly button and it's pulling up and tugging towards the top corner of the back wall. So it lifts you up out of your arms, out of your wrists. Use your breath to support you from the inside. So big, spacious inhales, long, strong exhales all the way to emptiness. Nice poses, everybody. Take just one more inhale into your down dog. And then with your exhalation, gaze to the top of your yoga mat and however you'd like to get there, forward fold. Good job. Once you've arrived, halfway lift, breathe in and lengthen. Nice, Kirsten. Exhale, let it go, refold. Do that again. Inhale to your halfway lift position. So top of your head reaches forward, tops of thighs press back, sit bones broaden. Nice, Erica. Exhale, release, fold. And then this time we'll rise all the way up. So come through that halfway lift. Keep rising. Inhale your arms up and hands to your heart as you exhale. Flow for just a moment with breath. High mountain, breathe in. Exhale, slow dive. So traction out your spine and then fold in. Beautiful. Inhale, halfway lift position. Get all the rounding out of your back. Nice, Paul, and exhale, release, let it go. Press into your feet, connect to your center, rise back up. See if you can lead with your heart. Inhale, arms overhead. Nice, Caitlin. Hands to heart, exhale. Let's take that one more time through your half sun salutation. Inhale, reach up, stretch tall. Take the entire length of your exhale to dive down and fold. So try not to rush at all. Slow and steady. Halfway lift position as you breathe in. Dive. And let it go as you breathe out. Fold. Press into your feet, connect to your center, rise. Inhale, arms extend, maybe even gaze up. And hands to heart as you exhale. All right, this time, inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. So roll your shoulders back and down, squeeze shoulder blades towards your spine. Try not to lock out and hyperextend through your elbows. So a little bend in your elbows, and then if it's available, reach your hands back away from your body. And only if you want to, add a little baby back bend. So gently press your hips forward as you hug in with your inner thighs, puff up your heart, tilt your chin up. Rather than collapsing your head back, think of extending back. So keep some strength in the sides of your neck. Take one more great big inhale, puff up your chest, and then keep your hands clasped and exhale, dive down slowly. Beautiful. Hang out in your forward fold for a few rounds with your fingers interlaced behind your back. So if it is helpful, bend your knees more and then just focus on lifting your butt, lifting your sit bones as high as you can. See if you can lift your knuckles a little bit higher. You might even start to reach your knuckles slightly forward. Head heavy. You can give it a little shake or a little nod. One last big inhale here. As you exhale, hands to low back, then release your clasp. Let your arms hang down, maybe give them a little shake out. Take an inhale to your halfway lift, so realigning your spine. And then exhale, plant your hands, feet back, plank position, top of your push-up. Inhale, push the ground away, find your strength first. You can come to your knees if you'd like to modify. Exhale, strong straight line all the way to your belly. We'll take Spider-Man Cobra. So bring your hands out wide to frame your mat. Up on your fingertips, inhale, lift your heart. And exhale, take a little twist to your right side. Dip your left shoulder down. Yeah, inhale back through center, nice lens. Exhale, other side, twist. Beautiful. Inhale, center. Go one more time each direction. Feeling your body, front body, back body, side body, shoulders, even your lower body. And eventually an inhale will bring you back to center. You can hold there a couple breaths if you want. We'll meet up in a tabletop position, just hands and knees. So once you're on hands and knees, find your strength. Spread your fingers and actively push into the ground with your fingertips so you feel your strong arms and your strong shoulders. Take your right arm forward and your left leg back for a spinal balance. Nice, Pam. So as you reach long, rather than a smiley face shape, go for a strong, straight, powerful line of energy from front to back. Hips are square, inner thighs face each other, and then your right hand is like you're going to shake somebody's hand. So palm faces in, thumb faces up. Take one more inhale here. And as you exhale, elbow to knee, slowly, like you're moving through honey. Beautiful. Inhale, re-extend, long, strong, powerful line of energy. Reach. Exhale, elbow to knee underneath you. Curl in. Push the ground away with your left hand. Inhale, re-extend, lengthen. We'll take one more. Exhale, elbow to knee, all the way to empty. So nice, you guys. Inhale, lengthen. And then as you exhale, set your right hand down, pivot on your right knee. So your right foot comes to the outside of your mat like a little kickstand, and then left arm to the sky. So opening up towards the windows. See if you can feel your outer right glute squeeze to press your hips forward a little bit more. So rather than sticking your butt out, see if you can press your hips forward towards the windows. And then maybe reach your left arm forward towards the front wall, lengthen through your left side. Yeah, if you want to set your left foot down, totally fine. If you want to move into the bind, go for it. Bend your left knee, reach back, grab hold of your left foot. Once you've got it, use some gentle leverage to work this pose. So kick foot into hand, pull hand back into foot. And rather than kicking your foot up towards the sky, try to kick your foot straight back behind you and let your heart look up more. Take one last deep breath wherever you're working. Nice adjustments, you guys. And then slowly, nice Anya, let it go. Come back to hands and knees. From hands and knees, we'll take our right leg out to the right. So it's called gating your right leg. Toes face forward, sole of your foot presses down as best you can. Take your left arm out to the left all the way up. Breathe in here. And then as you exhale, thread your left arm underneath you. Reach, reach, reach. Come down to rest gently on the outside of your shoulder, outside of your head. If you do not like having your right leg extended, no big deal. You can just set your right knee back down. Work the pose in your own way. So feel into it, breathe into it. You might press down through your right fingertips. You might wrap your right arm behind you. You might interlace your right fingers with your left fingers. You can give your left arm just the most gentle tug. Breathe into your back body a lot. So feel every single inhale expand into your back body. Every single exhale all the way to emptiness. And at the bottom of your exhales, see if you can find your core lock, Uddiyana Bandha, so where your belly button pulls in and up. You feel that strength in your center, connection to center. Take your last couple of breaths here. If you do have your right hand lifted, bring it slowly back to the ground. On an inhale, unthread your left arm, reach it out and all the way back up. Good, and then left hand down. Pick up your right leg and swing your right toes off the left edge of your mat. Lean your hips over to the right a bit as you gaze back over your left shoulder. Look back at your toes. And you can work this your own way. So it might feel nice to bend your elbows. Might feel interesting to round your back, peekaboo under your left armpit. So feel into it and see what you can find for you today. Take one last deep breath. Awesome. Come back to tabletop and take it back to downward facing dog. Ujjayi breath. Reconnect if you've lost it. Inhale your right leg to the sky. Very nice. So see if for right now you can keep your hips square, your inner thighs facing each other. Notice if you're sinking into your outer left hip and hug in with your left inner thigh. So sometimes for me, it helps if I lift up to the ball of my left foot rather than pressing my left heel towards the ground. So just explore, where do I collapse? Where are my imbalances? See what feels most efficient in your body. Take one more inhale, right leg strong and powerful. As you exhale, knee towards your nose. Keep your hips high. There should be plenty of space in front of you. If your hips are high, step through low lunge. Good job. Rise up to crescent lunge slowly. So all 10 toes face forward, high on the ball of your back foot. So if it feels like your back heel is almost touching the ground, see if maybe today you lengthen your stance just a bit and then get your back leg as straight and as strong and as powerful as possible. So you want to feel just as much strength in your back leg as you do in your front leg. Feel a little tone in your lowest, deepest abdominals. It's your transverse abdominis. So as if you're drawing your belly button in and up, and you feel just this little brace around your middle. Good job, everybody. One more inhale here. And then as you exhale, bring your right hand to your right hip and just stretch through your left side. So reach your left fingertips towards the right side of the room. Keep pulling your right hip back, left hip forward. Squeeze your inner thighs. Breathe into that long line down your left side body. Take one last inhale, reaching, and then we're going to use this length to twist, hinge at your hips. Bring your left elbow to the outside of right thigh, hands to prayer. If that feels like a bit much, you can bring your left hand down inside your right foot, reach your right arm up. Keep your legs strong, inner thighs hugging in. Keep your spine long. So if you're gazing at the back of the room, maybe take your gaze straight across or even forward, let your spine follow. Breathe down into your low back, low belly. And as you exhale, see if you can wring out just a little bit more. Take about 2 more rounds here. Really nice, everybody. Awesome, Liz. Bottom of your next exhale. Good trace. Release. Bring your hands to the ground. Walk your hands over to the left long edge of your yoga mat. Parallel your feet. Straighten out your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Pause and see if you can reach your arms out to both sides. So strong feet on the ground, strong core, arms out like big wings, palms face down. And imagine you're trying to press your arms up towards the sky, but at the same time, you're trying to press your heart towards the ground. So feel your back muscles engage even more. Awesome, James. Feel the length in every direction. So from the crown of your head back to your hips, from your hips down to your feet. Take one more big inhale and breathe into all that space. Very good. Exhale, let it go. So either wide-legged forward fold or anywhere you want to explore in this posture for about 5 breaths or so. Just notice everything there is to notice. Notice if you've gone somewhere else in your mind. And if so, just come back. Feel the sensation in your legs. Feel your breath rising and falling, expanding and contracting. Is there any way you can make little micro adjustments to get more out of this pose? Last couple of rounds, you're welcome to exhale out your mouth if you'd like. Good job, friends. Next time you breathe in, spinal extension. This time, hands or fingertips on the ground. And just crawl your hands to the top of your yoga mat. Rotate your toes forward so you're in low lunge once again. All right, from your low lunge, take your right leg back and up, 3-legged down dog. This time, open up your right hip. So bend your knee, reach your knee out and up towards the sky. See if you can feel your outer right butt cheek squeezing to create this action. Take one more inhale here. You can stay if you want. Otherwise, exhale, right knee, left elbow. Get as close as you can. Push the ground away as you come forward. Yes. Inhale back up. See if you can open your hip again. And then exhale, right knee, right tricep, or even aim for your armpit as high as you can get on your arm. Inhale back up. This time square hips, and then come forward to a plank position, maybe 3-legged plank. It's up to you. Lower down as you are ready. Take your vinyasa. Beautiful. Back to downward facing dog. No rush. Big deep breath. Big inhalation as you push the ground away. Lift your hips really high. And exhale, look to the top of your space, however you'd like to get there. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift position. Get all the rounding out of your back. Beautiful. Exhale, let it go. And then rise all the way up. Inhale, big stretch at the top. Exhale, hands to your heart center. All right, inhale, reach up. And again, exhale, hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. This time, well, first, if it's available, reach your hands back. And then this time we're gonna sit back into a chair pose. So bend your knees, weight in your heels. I know it feels awkward to have your arms behind you, your hands behind you. See if you can be with that. A little bit of awkwardness. Notice if you're flaring your ribs forward, letting go through your belly completely, draw navel to spine, find that transverse abdominis engagement so you feel that brace around your middle. See if you can sit a little bit lower and pick up your toes, spread them apart. Take one last round as you sit into your chair, Utkatasana, fierce pose. Keep your clasp, bottom of your exhale, fold forward. Take a moment once again, just hanging out in your fold, maybe a little shake of your head. See if you can feel the opening in the front of your shoulders and breathe into that. Lift your butt high. Feel the connection to your strong core. One last in-breath. With your exhale, hands to your low back first, then gently release your clasp. Let your arms hang and give them a little shake out if you want. Inhale, halfway lift, realign. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, plank position. Inhale at the top of your push-up, push the ground away, find your strength. Strong straight line lowers you down slowly. This time, back bend of your choice, any variation you'd like to take. Give yourself a couple rounds or so if you want to. And then for a moment, just take a child's pose. Sit back, hips towards your heels, forehead towards your mat. So a couple grounding breaths in child's pose. Might feel nice to rock your forehead side to side, kind of massaging your forehead. Might feel nice to swivel your hips side to side. Might feel nice to take a big sigh out your mouth. And then rise to your tabletop, hands and knees. All right, from tabletop, this time left arm forward, right leg back, strong, powerful line of energy. Inner thighs face each other, back toes facing towards the ground. And then as you reach through your fingertips, palm faces in, thumb faces up. One more in-breath here. As you exhale, elbow to knee, slowly with control. Inhale, re-extend like you're moving through molasses. Exhale, elbow to knee, curl in, hollow out, empty out. Yes, inhale, reach. Nice, Eileen. Exhale, last time, elbow to knee underneath you. All the way to empty in your breath. Inhale, re-extend. As you exhale, set your left hand down. Pivot on your left knee, so left foot comes to the outside of your mat. Right arm reaches up, modified side plank. So opening up towards the right side of the room. Notice if it feels like you're sticking your butt out, and see if you can squeeze through your outer left glute. It's called your medial glute, and press your hips forward a little bit more. Maybe reach your right arm forward towards the front wall, and then only if you would like, option to take the bind. Bend your right knee, reach back, grab hold of your foot. Once you've got it, gentle leverage. So kick foot into hand, pull hand back into foot. I know it is easier to kick your foot up and stick your butt out, but instead try to kick your foot straight back and press your hips forward. Let your heart turn to face the sky even more. Soften around the pose, soften your face. One last deep breath. Nice work, everybody. Slowly release back to tabletop. And then from your tabletop, gate your left leg out to the left. Toes face forward. Sole of your foot presses down. Right arm out to the right and all the way up towards the sky. Breathe in. Exhale, thread your right arm through. Yes. Come down to rest on the outside of your shoulder and the outside of your head. So even though your shoulder and head are on the ground, Not all of your weight is coming down. It feels as if that invisible rope is attached to your belly button, lifting you up. So feel that connection to your center. Feel your breath flowing through you. See if you can find a sense of lightness or buoyancy with each inhale. And all the way to empty with your exhales. Find your intrinsic strength at the bottom of each exhale. Nice job, everybody. Last couple rounds here. You do have your left hand lifted. Bring it back to the earth. Then on an inhalation, unthread your right arm. Reach it all the way out and up once more, maybe even higher this time. And then right hand comes down. Pick up your left foot. Swing your left toes off the right edge of your yoga mat. And then lean your hips to the left as you gaze back over your right shoulder. So lengthening through your left side. And again, feel into it. Work into it on this side, however you would like. Sometimes I even like to use my right heel, kind of dig it into my quad muscle, like I'm using a lacrosse ball to massage it out. So it doesn't have to be even yoga. Find what works for you. Last deep breath. Back to tabletop. Back to downward facing dog. All right, fire up your ujjayi. Inhale, left leg high, three-legged dog. Hips square for now, so inner thighs face each other. Rather than going for height with your left leg, go for length, strength, and power. So feel power from your right or from your fingertips all the way up to your left foot, your heel, or your toes. See if you can feel the front of your left thigh engaging, squeezing. So make your left leg so strong as it floats in space. One more in breath. Keep your hips high, knee towards your nose, round your back, and then step forward as soft as you can. Very nice. Rise slowly into your crescent lunge. Nice, Samantha. So hug in with your inner thighs rather than sinking into your lunge. Front hip draws back, back hip draws forward, inner thighs hug towards midline, and you feel stable through your legs. Tone your belly, navel to spine. So low back is nice and long and supported. One more inhale as you reach up. And then with your exhale, left hand to your left hip. Start to create that length in your right side. So reach through your right fingertips, reach towards the windows. Keep pulling left hip back, right hip forward. Breathe down your right side. You might feel a stretch all the way down to the front of your right hip. Take one more inhale. And then with your exhale, use this length to twist. So hinge forward, right elbow to the outside of your left thigh, hands to prayer. Or if that feels like a bit much, right hand can come down inside your left foot, left arm to the sky. Spine long. So rather than gazing back at the back of the room, gaze straight out in front of you or even slightly forward. Invite your spine to follow. Keep squeezing through your inner thighs. Stay powerful and strong through your back leg. Last couple rounds. Use your exhales to work your twist. And then bottom of your next exhalation, let everything go, hands to the ground. Walk them over to the right long edge of your mat. So wide-legged straddle position. Inhale, halfway lift. Reach your arms out like you've got great big wings. And then exhale anywhere you want to take it on this side. Make sure wherever you go, your breath is right there with you. Nice job, everyone. Take your last 2, 3 breaths. Inhale, come back to that halfway lift, but this time with hands or fingertips on the ground. Crawl your hands forward, rotate your toes forward, low lunge. And then from your low lunge, 3-legged down dog. Take your left leg back and up behind you. Yes, open your left hip. So bend your knee, reach your knee out and up. Try not to sink into your right side. So your hands stay rooted evenly and equally. Your shoulders stay square towards the front wall. Take one more inhale, lift your left knee a little bit higher. Stay here if you prefer. Otherwise, exhale, left knee, right elbow. So a little twist across your body. Yes. Inhale back up. See if you can open your hip once again. Exhale, left knee, left armpit or tricep. Just aim high. Nice, Sue. Inhale back up. This time, square hips. Square hips. Rock forward to your plank. It can be 3-legged if you want. Take chaturanga as you are ready. Lower slowly. Just moving through your vinyasa. Inhale to your heart opener. And then downward facing dog. Big inhalation as you push the ground away. Exhale, look forward, step, tiptoe, or hop, top of your space, forward fold. Halfway lift with your inhale. Exhale, let it go. And then rise all the way up, big full body stretch at the top. Breathe in. Hands to heart center as you breathe out. All right, inhale, reach up. And this time, sit back into a regular chair pose. So weight in your heels as you sit back. So rather than knees coming forward, your butt goes back. If you look down and you can't see your toes, then your knees are coming too far forward. So try to keep your weight in your heels. You should be able to pick up your toes, spread them apart. If you don't already have your knees hips width distance apart, invitation to bring, or excuse me, your feet hips width distance apart, invitation to bring feet hips width distance. And then we're gonna twist from here. So left hand comes down in between your feet, right arm reaches towards the sky. So great place to stay right here in your twisted chair. Or if you want a half bind, you can reach your right arm behind your back. If you want the full bind, you can reach your left hand up, clasp your hands. Keep your knees even and flush with one another. Keep your spine long. Yeah, nice, you guys. Keep sitting back, weight in your heels. You can't get the bind, no big deal. Find your personal edge and then be there and breathe into it. So sometimes less is more. Take your last couple breaths. And then end of your second exhalation, just release into your forward fold. Nice and easy. Next time you breathe in, halfway lift. Realign through your spine. And then exhale, plant your hands, step back to your plank pose. Pause in your plank. We'll take side plank, Vashisthasana. Right hand is your base. Roll onto the baby toe edge of your right foot. Yeah, and if you want to modify by bringing your right forearm down or your right knee down, totally fine with me. If you do not have your bottom knee on the ground, then lift your hips super high. So use that lift of your hips to engage more through your right side abdominals. That will help take weight out of your shoulder and your wrist. Maybe your left arm reaches forward. Feel the length in your left side. Nice, Kristen. Maybe your left leg even floats up. And as your left leg floats up, lift your hips higher. Awesome, Anya. Take one last deep breath, your personal fullest expression. Nice, Erica. And then slowly, intentionally come back to your plank or modified plank. Inhale to push the ground away. And then slow, slow, slow all the way to your belly. Once you're on your belly, start with just a baby cobra. So lift your heart using the strength not in your arms, but in your back body. And then bring awareness to your lower body. Press down through your shoelaces and try to spread your toes, pressing down through your toenails. Press down through your pelvis. Now try to keep that in your lower body. Float your hands up, reach your hands back. So try not to lift your legs. Once you lift your legs, your glutes take over. So use your back strength. Shoulders back and down, lift your heart as high as you can. Yes. Feel the strength even in your mid back. So it helps me personally if I bend my elbows and try to squeeze them towards each other behind my back. So most of us can lift higher than we think we can. We just don't know how to engage the right muscles. Press down through your shoelaces, lift, lift, lift. One more inhale. Yes, awesome. Nice, Caitlin, and then let it go. Relax down. Beautiful work. Child's pose, however you'd like to get there. So maybe you want a couple cat cows or a couple circles with your hips and then sit back. Once you're in child's pose, just a couple grounding breaths. Downward facing dog. All right, from your dog pose, inhale your right leg to the sky. Peel your right hip open once again, bend your knee, reach your knee out and up. Stay right here, or option to flip your dog if you would like. Right foot comes down behind you, right arm reaches forward. Open through your front body. So breathe all the way down into your belly and feel the stretch in your abdominal wall. Yes, beautiful. One more inhale if you're in the back bend. And then exhale, everybody find your way back to three-legged down dog. Square off your hips. So right leg long, strong, powerful. One more in breath. Exhale, knee towards your nose, step through softly. Pivot your back heel down this time, setting up your warrior two legs, and then rise as you are ready, Virabhadrasana 2. So right toes face directly forward, left toes face directly to the left. And your front heel, if you were to draw a line back, it would either intersect your back arch or line up with your back toes, whatever feels better in your body. Notice if you're sticking your butt out, try to wrap your right butt cheek, your front butt cheek underneath you so that your front knee is tracking towards your pinky toe. Notice if your back hip is shooting forward, try to pull it back so your femur bone is plugged into the socket. Everything is open towards the side of the room. So you're not trying to square anything forward. Next time you inhale, let's take reverse warrior. Front palm rotates up. Reach up, reach back, lengthening through your right side. Keep bending deeply into your right knee. Keep tracking it towards your pinky toe. So wrap your right butt cheek underneath your body. Breathe into your right waistline, the space between your right ribs. See if you can find more space there just by breathing bigger. Good job, everyone. Nice, Tracy. Take one last big inhale in your reverse warrior. And then as you exhale, come back to your warrior 2. Straighten out your front leg. We're moving towards triangle. So if you want to shorten your stance just the teeniest, tiniest bit, maybe an inch or so, feel free. Imagine there's a rope attached to your outer left hip. It's pulling back. And then reach forward like you're being pulled in opposite directions. When you can't reach anymore, right hand towards the ground, left towards the sky. You could also use a block under your right hand. You could bring your right hand gently, lightly to your right shin. Left arm can continue to reach straight up, or maybe you try reaching your left arm forward, lengthening through your entire left side. And only if you want to, only if you can hold the integrity of the pose with your strong legs and your strong core. You might even reach both arms forward like you're holding an invisible yoga block in between your palms. Nice job. Beautiful. Last couple of rounds wherever you're at. Imagine your heart is trying to look up towards the sky. So rather than closing off through your heart, open up. Last round. From the press of your feet, rise back up. And just real quick little reverse triangle should feel relatively good. So reach up, reach back. Try to keep your hips as level as possible, not sinking into one or the other. And just breathe down that long line of your right side. Beautiful. One more inhale. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down, low lunge position. From low lunge, listen here. You're gonna walk your hands forward and float your back foot up, not like standing splits, but instead like you're trying to find a warrior three with your fingertips on the ground or your hands on a block or blocks. So think of a long, strong, powerful line from the top of your head back to your left heel. Awesome. Hips are square. Keep your left hand down, bring your right hand to your right hip and stick your fingers in the crease of your hip. As your fingers are in that crease, try to push your right hip back towards the back wall. And if your hips are square, then automatically you should feel your upper body start to twist towards the right side of the room. Continue to work that twist with your strong core, and eventually maybe right arm reaches up, revolved half moon. Keep your back leg so strong, so powerful, like you're stomping it on an invisible wall. Yes, awesome, Pam. Open through the right side of your heart. So not just your arm is reaching up, right side of your heart is opening. Take one last huge breath, work your twist. And then bottom of your exhale, forward fold, top of your mat, let it all go. And shake out whatever you need to, pedal it out. Halfway lift, realign your spine, breathe in. Exhale, fold. Heel toe your feet out to the width of your yoga mat. Toes wider than heels. Come down into a low squat malasana. If you can keep your feet parallel, awesome. But most of us need to bring our heels in, toes out. So either way is good. Try to keep your heels down. Yeah, nice. And then elbows at inner knees or inner thighs. See if you can broaden through your shoulders and your collarbones rather than rounding and closing off. Imagine you're like a turtle coming out of his shell. So lift through the crown of your head, lengthen through your spine and your neck. Keep your heels down if possible, and then see if you can pick up your toes and spread them apart. Send your breath all the way down into your pelvis and your groin, your hips. If this feels intense to you, be with that intensity and breathe into it, soften around it. So nice. All right, bottom of your next exhalation, my friends. Fingertips to the ground, hips to the sky. Heel toe your feet in till their hips width distance apart or big toes touch, however you prefer them. Inhale, halfway lift one more time, realigning. Exhale, release and fold. And then take it all the way up. Big full body stretch at the top, breathe in. Samantha, exhale, hands to your heart. Before we do all that on the other side, let's just flow quickly. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, slow dive down, traction out your spine. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, nice and long. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, chaturanga. See if you can keep that exhale going or even hold empty as you lower. Heart lifts with your in-breath, shoulders back and down, nice Liz. And hips lift as you exhale, down dog. Take just a moment in your down dog, pedal out your heels, maybe notice the difference between right side and left side. One more great big inhalation into your dog pose. And exhale, look forward, step, tiptoe, or hop, top of your space. Halfway lift position once you've arrived. Breathe in, lengthen. Exhale, release and fold. Beautiful, all the way up, big stretch, inhale, reach. Hands to heart center, exhale. All right, here we go. Inhale, high mountain. And then sit back into your chair pose with your exhalation. So weight in your heels. Your knees are not coming forward. Your butt is reaching back. So imagine there's a chair, an invisible chair that's just a little too far behind you. You're trying to reach your butt back towards it. You should be able to pick up your toes, spread them. Feel the aliveness in your feet. Yes, so good. Feet hips width distance apart. One more in-breath. And as you exhale, twist. Right hand comes down in between your feet. Left arm to the sky. Good. Try to keep your knees nice and even. Keep your spine nice and long. If you want, go for the half bind. Left arm wraps behind you. Or the full bind. Right hand reaches up to grab your left hand. Yes, beautiful. Left shoulder, if you're in the bind, is open. So left shoulder back and down. Keep breathing big and spacious. Keep sitting low. Keep your feet, your toes active, energized. Last couple of rounds in your twisted chair variation. Really nice, everybody. Bottom of your second exhalation, just let it all go. Fold. Inhale, halfway lift, realign. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, plank position. Pause here, side plank. So left hand is your base. Roll onto the baby toe edge of your left foot. It's like you're karate chopping the ground with the outer edge of your left foot. So your left foot is active. If you want to modify, please feel free. If you're in full Vashisthasana, lift your hips super high. Maybe right arm forward, maybe right leg up. So feel the strength in your left side obliques helping support you here. That's where you want most of the strength in this pose to come from. Take one last huge breath. And then slow motion, plank position or modified plank. Inhale at the top of your push-up, find your strength. Slowly lower as you exhale all the way to your belly. Just like we did before, start low in baby cobra. And then go ahead, float your hands up, reach your hands back. This time, float your feet up, reach your toes back. Try not to widen your legs, but hug in with your inner thighs. Even imagine you're trying to rotate your inner thighs in and up towards the ceiling. Good job, you guys. Only if you want and it's available, you can interlace your fingers behind your back and use that to lift even higher. So reach your big fist towards the back wall. Breathe all the way down into your belly. Hug in with your inner thighs. Active through your feet. Spread your toes. Beautiful. One more inhale. Lift, lift, lift. Nice work. Let it go. Ah. You might just relax on your belly for a few breaths. Or if you want to, you can find your way to child's pose. Maybe some cat-cow. So anything goes. Let's say in your next about 5 rounds, we'll meet in downward facing dog. Doing great. Use your breath. So your body is tired, your muscles are fatigued. That's perfectly normal. But your breath is brand new every single time you breathe in. So use it. All right. If you are coming with me, downward facing dog pose. Inhale, left leg to the sky. And then peel it open. Bend your knee, reach your knee out and up. Only if you want to, flip your dog. Only if it will serve you. Left foot comes down behind. Nice, paw. Lift through your hips and breathe down into your belly. Imagine your heart wants to look at this front wall. See if you can let it just a little bit more. One last big in-breath. And come back. 3-legged down dog. This time square hips, so adjust as needed. Left leg long, strong, powerful. Take one more inhale here in your 3-legged dog. And then as soft as you can, step your left foot to the top of your space. Pivot your back heel down, Virabhadrasana 2, rise. Nice, Lynn. So left toes forward, right toes to the right. Wrap your front butt cheek underneath your body. And just allow everything to open towards the side of the room. So you're not trying to pull your back shoulder forward. You're not trying to pull your back hip forward. You're allowing everything to open up. Next time you inhale, reverse warrior. Rotate your front palm up, reach back. Lengthen through your left side. Breathe into that length. Keep the bend in your front knee. Keep wrapping your front butt cheek underneath you. Nice, Diane. Keep your back leg powerful, your back foot rooted strong. Yes. And then feel your breath moving through you, flowing through every little space. One last big inhale, reach, reach, reach. And then exhale back to warrior 2, setting up for your triangle pose. So you might shorten your snatch just the teeniest, tiniest bit, not too much. Imagine that rope pulling on your outer right hip as you reach forward so everything gets long, and then left hand towards the ground, right towards the sky. Do not let your heart collapse. So everything stays open. Yes, good. And then if you want, right arm could reach forward, lengthening through your entire right side, bicep next to your ear, not in front of your face. And then only if you can hold the integrity of the pose in your legs and with your strong core, maybe both arms reach forward like you're holding an invisible yoga block in between your palms. Keep your heart opening. It wants to look up. Last couple rounds. Good job, everybody. From the press of your feet, rise up, reverse triangle. So just for a moment, it should feel relatively good. Lengthen your left side. Press down into your left foot firmly as you reach through your left fingertips. Notice if you're sinking into your back hip or your front hip. Try to keep your hips nice and level. Take one more inhale, lengthening. And then exhale, cartwheel your hands down, low lunge position. From low lunge position, come into that warrior three variation with your fingertips on the ground or hands on a block or blocks. So walk your hands forward. Try to find a halfway lift with your spine. So not standing splits, but a nice long line from the top of your head back to your heel. Yep, left hand to the crease in your left hip. Put your fingers in that crease and literally try to push your left hip towards the back wall. Automatically, you should feel your upper body start to twist towards the windows. Good, Sue. Work that twist with your core. Eventually, left arm can reach up. Keep your back leg powerful. Press with your back foot and squeeze through the front of your thigh, your quad muscle. Nice, Anya. See if rather than just reaching up through your arm, you can let your the left side of your heart open as well. Breathe into all the little tiny spaces, all that length. One last round, working your twist as you exhale. Twist, 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 and then release, forward fold. So good, you guys. You can shake out your left leg and pedal out your heels. Halfway lift, inhale, realign. Exhale, folds. Heel toe your feet out once again to the width of your yoga mat. Toes out, heels in, malasana, low yogi squat. So if possible, keep your heels down. If you can't keep your heels down, it might help to widen your feet a little bit more. And then if you can keep your heels down, see if you can pick up your toes and spread them. Notice if you're rolling onto the inner edges of your feet, try to press into the outer edges as well. Lengthen through your spine, back of your neck, sides of your neck. Send your breath down into your hips and your pelvis. Soften your face, your jaw, your forehead. And I'm going to give you a few options from here. So first option is to just plant your hands and step back into a plank, move through a vinyasa. Second option, plant your hands, play with crow pose. So work your knees up on your triceps as high as you can, and then using your arms as a shelf, kind of leaning forward, maybe one, maybe both feet float up, maybe your big toes touch. If there's another arm balance you've been working on, Titibhasana perhaps with your legs wide, then you're welcome to explore that as well. And if you're working with an arm balance, play with it for a few breaths. Once you feel like you've had enough, you can step back, or if a jump back is in your practice, go for it. Move through a vinyasa. Everybody meet up in a child's pose. And in your child's pose, a few grounding breaths. Nice job, you guys. From your child's pose, in your next couple rounds, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high. And then exhale, pigeon pose. Right shin to the top of your space. Bring your body down gently. And if you know that this pose works better for you on your back or in a seat, you're more than welcome to take it there instead. Otherwise, set yourself up very intentionally. Try to get your right knee towards the outer right edge of your mat. Rather than pressing your right butt cheek down and flaring your ribs forward, find transverse abdominis. So navel to spine, right butt cheek lifts. It's like there's a rope attached to your right butt cheek pulling back and up. So ideally, you don't want your right butt cheek pressing down into the ground. You want it lifting up and pulling back as you take your heart forward and down. So I know it seems like you're coming out of the pose, you're not going as deep. What you're actually doing is instead of just sinking into your joints and exploiting hypermobility, pulling on tendons and ligaments, like most people do in this pose, you are actually in a sustainable pigeon pose. So you're plugging the femur bone into the hip socket, safely stretching the muscles in your right hip. Use your big deep breath. Open mouth size at any time. Ah. Notice if you have gone somewhere else in your mind. Just come back again and again. Feel the sensation in your hips. Breath flowing through, slow and steady. Take about 3 to 5 more. Good job, everybody. Next couple of rounds, start to slowly find your way out and back to down dog. So however you would like to make that transition, let's do it mindfully, intentionally. You can move through a vinyasa if you want to, kind of reset. You can take some cat cows if you want. Once you're back in your dog pose, just feel into it. Walk it out. Right side versus left. Right leg versus left. Right hip versus left. All right, from your dog pose, inhale left leg to the sky. And exhale, pigeon, left shin to the top of your space. Come down gently. Set yourself up with lots of intention, attention on this side as well. And slowly start your bow. Just softening breath by breath. If you do feel sensation, if you do feel even discomfort in your hips, see if you can just be with it for a few rounds. So rather than trying to ignore it, trying to make it go away or pretend like it's not there, tune it out. Actually tune in and be with it. Breathe into it. Maybe visualize your breath in some way, moving into those tight spaces. Just creating softness, creating space that wasn't there before. Sigh out your mouth anytime you want. So if you do feel an overwhelm of energy, an overwhelm of sensation, give it somewhere to go. Sigh it out. Ah. Good job, everybody. About 5 more rounds on this side. And I will ultimately just leave it up to you. So when you feel pretty even on both sides, start one last transition back to one final down dog. You can take one last vinyasa if you want to as well. If you feel like a child's pose would be nicer, serve you better, then child's pose is perfect also. Good job. Those of you in down dog, just feeling all that length, all that space you've created. You're in child's pose, just feel the ground supporting you. Give all your weight to it. Wherever you're at, one last deep breath. And then however you'd like to get there, start to find your way onto your back. You can face whichever direction you would like. Once you're on your back, hug your knees towards your belly and take a gentle rock from side to side. We'll take one last heart opener. So I'm going to cue for bridge, but if upward facing bow, full back bend is in your practice and you'd like to go there, then please feel free to do so in your own time and your own way. If you're coming with me into bridge, arms down by your sides, feet hips width distance apart, all of your toes face forward, ankles and heels straight down from your knees. Exhale, pull your belly button down, scoop your tailbone up. And as you inhale, peel your spine off your mat. Once you get to the top of your bridge, variations welcome. So you might work your shoulders underneath you, interlace your fingers. You might take robot arms. You might move into your full upward facing bow, your full back bend. Wherever you've ended up, all variations, hug in with your inner thighs like you're hugging an invisible yoga block. Press down especially through heels and the inner edges of your feet. Breathe all the way down into your belly. And imagine you're trying to even reach your knees and your shins forward towards the front of the room. So lengthening through your front body. If you're in regular bridge, or I guess any variation of bridge, give it about 2 or 3 more breaths. And then to come out of your bridge pose, invitation to first work your shoulders out from under you and reach your arms straight up towards the ceiling. Take one more inhale, lift your hips, keep reaching your arms up, slow, 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 one vertebra at a time, all the way down onto your back. And then once you are back in a neutral spine position, tee out your arms or cactus your arms on the ground. Walk your feet out to the width of your mat, but keep your knees bent, keep your feet on the ground, and take some windshield wipers from side to side. Go slowly. You might even stay on one side for a few rounds. When you feel complete with these windshield wipers, back to center, happy baby pose. In your happy baby, you can kind of rock it out. Maybe extend one leg, then the other, even both at the same time. And then if there are any other poses, any final stretches, movements that you want to take for your own self, give yourself about 5 to 10 breaths to move through those. And if you want to go straight into your final relaxation, please feel free. So as you transition eventually, everyone, into your Shavasana, I will share a little reading with you. I think we live in a society and a culture that really promotes and rewards doing, going all of the time. Productivity is something that we've taught equals success. But I think that's the reason why a lot of people are tuned out from their own bodies. They distract themselves by doing all the time. They create momentary success, happiness, that feeling. Just get a little hit of it every time you do something good and big and productive. But you really miss the stuff that's deep and fulfilling that comes from inside, from knowing yourself and connecting with yourself. So I like this reading. It's called You Are Enough. It says the reality is you do not need to make progress all of the time. When you try to make things happen at every moment, you reduce the space to just live. You prevent yourself from enjoying the present as you are constantly doing things for your future self. The precious moments are not savored. The experiences are not whole. The contentment is never felt. Don't ever stop dreaming. Don't ever stop chasing your goals. But allow yourself also to pause. The best thing you can do for yourself is to show up every day, to be present, and to simply exist. So these last few moments, friends, see if you can give yourself this time to not do anything, not even in your head, not figure anything out, but just relax and just be and just let all the energy of your practice soak in for these last few moments. Shavasana.
Take a deep breath in and let it go. And just start to slowly come back into your physical body, wiggle fingers, toes, anything else that's calling to you. Eventually find your way into a fetal position on either side. Yeah. Give yourself just a moment resting on your side body, really allowing yourself for one last moment to be held. Maybe there's even some way you visualize all the efforts, all the energy of your practice just kind of seeping in, integrating into your being. And then use your arms to guide yourself up into seated meditation. So right back where we started, sit up nice and tall, facing towards the front of your mat and the front of our space. Close your eyes, gather your hands to your heart. And we'll close our practice with one big group Om. So please join me. If you'd rather just listen, that's fine too. And start by exhaling, clear your throat if you need. And breathe in your voice. Om. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. Namaste. Thanks, guys. If you have any questions, always feel free to ask. We'll see you soon, I hope.
This one, she's amazing. Yes, she's amazing.
You got another rag. Good to have you, Linz. Love when you pop in. Here's one. Give me a raggedy rag. Yeah, it's my cleaner.
Thank you so much.
So welcome. Wonderful to have you. Ruby. Yeah. She's so sweet, huh? Good to have you, Anya. You're so welcome. Glad you could make it, Paul.
Yeah, I just put a good hair on Tuesday. It's like kept getting delayed.
Just like, delayed flights are the worst, dude. Watch out, whoops. Are you just visiting for a minute?
Like it's brewing for a while.
Uh-huh.
Buy a ticket. I saw you had left and I was like, oh no, I should have played that. I'll get to go now.
Yeah, I came back. How much longer are you here? Okay, sweet. Okay, I like it. You're so welcome. Have a good one. Hey, the queen. She's the queen. She's the queen of all. I always tell her. Any more water? She's so good, girl. She's so good, girl. You're so welcome. I gotta take my zoom down. I forgot. Like those pants look like watermelon. They like remind me of watermelon. Forgot about my zoomies.